Let's take a moment and talk about the architecture of Lansweeper. So Lansweeper, from its history, we have two different types of installers. One is that we often call as the classic installation, and the other is called network discovery. It can also be seen or heard as the Lansweeper platform. So let's look at the classic version first. The primary thing that separates the difference between the classic and the Lansweeper platform is where that database is stored. So when we're talking about the classic version or the classic hybrid, which means that the classic has been synced to the cloud platform, is that SQL database. So the question really comes to when you're starting to wonder, what kind of installation do I have of Lansweeper? What you're looking for is that local SQL database. When we talk about the local database, the reason that is so important, as we can see in this diagram, we have a primary web console that communicates directly with the database. The services that do all the scanning also communicate directly with the database. And all of this agent relay and the agents and so forth end up communicating into the scanner, but that scanner then communicates into that database. At that point, if you are going to sync up here to the Lansweeper site that you have on the Lansweeper platform, that scanning server is what is doing all of the work. It's communicating up here into the cloud-based platform. Basically the workhorse here of the classic and the classic hybrid installation is going to be that scanning server. Now, the difference between the scanner, the classic version here, and the network discovery is that there is no database for this network discovery. The database technically resides in the cloud hosted by Lansweeper. So we primarily have what we call a hub and a sensor. In this case, we see two sensors, but a hub and sensor installation. Now, there is, to get really technical here, there is a database storage cache that is located on that server during the installation. It's purely just there for the cache to hold data if there is a delay or if you are scanning faster than what the hub can write the data up into the platform. That database is that cache is going to hold that information prior. But this is not a place where any backups can be stored or data can be queried there, because once that data is pushed to the cloud, it is no longer accessible or it is outdated. So the main workhorse here in the network discovery type of installation of a hub and sensor, the main workhorse really is the hub itself. The sensors in this type of installation, both IT and OT, do the work of sensing, scanning, looking at the environment, and pushes that data over here to the hub. The hub at this point then is what is doing all the communication up to the cloud. The hub is also going to be holding, and we might discuss this a little bit more later, but the hub is also holding the credentials, the configuration items, things like this that are going to be very specific and proprietary to your network. So the hub is a very important component. You can see in this diagram also that the IT agent is off to the side as well. Unlike here in the LS agent communicating to the on-prem scanning server, over here in the Lansweeper platform, the IT agent communicates directly up to the Lansweeper site directly. And another key feature too is we have the cloud discovery. Really, this diagram could probably say this cloud discovery could be actually up here in the orange area, because it is actually managed up in the site, up in the cloud itself. But this is a separate component, and as you can see, there are no other connections to the on-premise hub and sensor. It is all being configured and managed through the Lansweeper site up in the cloud. Those are the main components and the differences between the two different types of installs. So the question really comes to which install is going to be right for you. We're going to discuss this on another video, but in short, really what it comes down to is, where is your data being held? So you want your data to be held on premise, or is your data okay to be in the cloud? And another major component is really the different physical environments, the physical locations where you have, if you have multiple regions around the country or around the world, a network discovery install might be a little bit easier. If you have one or two, maybe local or maybe regional, you could get by with the Lansweeper Classic installation. But ultimately, for ease of management, it really comes down to that SQL installation. Because the network discovery does not require that SQL installation, managing SQL is not necessary in network discovery. discovery. So really, I like to encourage people to go to the network discovery route unless absolutely necessary to go to that classic. More will be discussed on this later. So now let's talk a little bit about an actual installation itself. So when we talk about an installation of network discovery and even the classic version, you can really customize your installation really quite significantly. And I would first caution by simply saying one of the major limitations of the type of install, or maybe how complex your install is going to be based off of your license. So when you're looking at your license and it states how many installs you can have, what that's talking about specifically is how many hubs you can have or how many databases you can have. That's really going to be that controlling factor, the database or the hub. So if that's the case, let's talk about a network discovery. So you have a complex environment and you want to have, maybe you have so many assets that a single scan server is not able to keep up. Or maybe you have a completely separated air-gapped OT environment that is separate from the IT environment. Or again, maybe you have multiple locations where you have IT in one location, OT in another, or maybe IT and OT in another. The combinations are really kind of up to you what's going on. But what we're talking about here is you can have a single hub server that manages all the communications and all those credentials for the different sensors that are installed. So each individual sensor, you can have an individual IT sensor installed that's connected to a hub. You can have a separate OT only sensor that's connected to your hub, or you can have a combination, even run them on the same server, an IT and an OT sensor that's connected to your hub. Maybe you have another location where you want to have a separate an IT sensor, or maybe an OT sensor as well, connected to that hub. That point, then now you have two separate installations, and that both of those hubs will communicate up into the cloud. And there, all of that information, all those assets that are found will be federated into a single view, managing your credentials, managing the scan targets, which sensors are doing all the work. That's all then controlled inside of your cloud platform. So the installation really comes down to what is best for you based off of asset counts, based off of physical locations, maybe virtual locations, those types of things, regional. There's so many variables that go into this, but and a lot of this detail we'll drill into later on in our courses here as we talk more about the architecture, the deployment, and the installation. But this is ultimately what it comes down to is the complexity of your installation is really up to you. And the key would be to making sure asset counts are within the proper limits and that you have enough resources on each of those servers to be able to manage that. And of course, that sensor, if you're going to have a single sensor, let's say for multiple locations, that sensor is able to communicate through a VPN or some other means to be able to communicate into that other network. So as long as those communications can happen, the configuration capabilities is kind of up to you, with a little bit of limitation based off of the asset counts. I hope that helps. Let's jump into a couple of the topics here and get into, and by the way, this type of an installation can also be done for a classic deployment. So all those combinations and difficulties and complex environments. So let's jump into a couple of the topics here and move on in and start looking at what is necessary for my network in order to be able to have an installation of Lansweeper prepared in my environment.